Hello ladies and gentlemen, my name is Razovy, and as you guys know, Anime Fall 2023 is actually going to arrive quite soon. And you know what, I decided to make a video about what anime to watch in the next season, or at least, you know what, at least this is a video about what anime will air next season, because I can't really tell you what you should and shouldn't watch. That's up to you. I'm going to start with anime that get a first season, simply because I think, and this is of course my opinion, but I think that's the most interesting. Because everything that gets like a second season or a third season, yeah, okay, sure, for some people that's amazing, but I don't really want to focus on that today. I will name drop a couple. For example, like Tokyo Revengers getting a third season, like I will name drop that. I know a lot of people are looking forward to that. Fair enough. But I will first and foremost focus on first season anime that will air in 2023 fall. Let's start with this one, and there's a reason I'm going to start with this one. Because I sincerely believe this is going to be the most popular anime of this season, of upcoming season, excuse me. It's called Keikenzumi na Kimi to Keikenziru na Ore ga Otsukiai suru Hanashi, or in English, Our Dating Story, and then whatever the hell it says, Our Dating Story, The Experienced You and the Inexperienced Me. Okay, so basically, the manga is getting very popular as well. It's getting more and more popular by the day, basically. And we follow a very gloomy, kind of otaku kind of guy and a very popular girl at school. They get into a relationship very, very soon in the story. And we just follow them around. But as you guys might know, this kind of reminds me of this anime and manga right here, where we have Marin, who also became very popular, and this anime also became incredibly popular because of her. And I have a feeling that this girl will make the same, like this anime, as popular as I think it's going to become because of her. Like, you know, you understand what I mean? Like, I think she's going to be the #1 waifu of this season, and I also think that because of that, this anime is going to become incredibly popular. The story is actually very basic. It's it's good, don't get me wrong, but the premise is very basic, right? And I genuinely think that this is going to be incredibly popular. So if you're going to watch at least one show, because you want to make sure that you kind of, how should I put it, are in the zone and you can talk about it on social media and stuff, I sincerely believe that this is going to be the one that most people are going to love. The second one is Undead Unluck. Now, the manga is great. I'm currently reading the manga. I'm really enjoying this manga. It says I'm at chapter 3. That's not true. I am actually way further ahead. And basically we follow a very unlucky girl, whom if you touch her, like, there's a big chance you're going to get hurt or die. Not like she won't do anything to you, but like just because of her unluck, right? Because she's so unlucky. And so people kind of avoid her because they're afraid of her, as you can imagine. And then we follow Andy, and basically an undead. Like, he can die. He's kind of like a zombie type of person. So he doesn't care about the fact that Fuko, that's her name, that she is unlucky and that she causes harm to others simply by touching them, because he wants to die, but he can't die, right? So that's kind of the whole spiel. And it's actually very funny. It's a very funny and very cool anime as well, because the story is quite grand. Like, there's tons of different characters, tons of they're going to fight evil and whatnot together. It's very fun. Undead Unluck is definitely worth it, but it is, in my opinion, it's rather slow at the beginning. And I have a feeling that if they're going to faithfully adapt the manga, the first couple of episodes might not be as interesting as they should be, because the first couple of chapters in Undead Unluck, for example, the first couple of 3, 4, they're not that interesting. So I hope that they, you know, cover those chapters in the second episode, and then just get on with the actual story, which makes it so cool. Because I'm afraid Zom 100, for example, I'm not sure if you guys are currently watching it. It's currently airing in this season. Zom 100 suffers from the same problem. Zom 100 is one of my favorite manga of all time. The anime faithfully adapts all of the chapters, which you would think is good, but the problem is Zom 100 is quite a slow burn at first. Like, the build-up takes a long time before the story actually gets going. So the first couple of episodes are quite boring, in my opinion. And I'm afraid Undead Unluck is going to suffer from the same fate. I hope that it won't, of course, but I do believe that it will be. Then we have Pluto. Now, Pluto is going to be an anime based on a very, very popular manga. Now, I'm gonna be honest with you guys. I don't know a lot about Pluto. I've never read it. I'm not really familiar with any of it. But let me just quickly read it for you guys, all right? A murder occurs in an orderly world where robots are unable to kill humans. The robotic Europol investigator Gesicht, I'm assuming that's how I pronounce it, it sounds German, takes the case, but the mystery deepens when he finds no trace of a human at the scene of the crime. As he pursues the truth, Gesicht uncovers the most evil manifestation of hate that history has ever seen, one that is bent on bringing destruction to the world. Now, I find this premise very cool. This sounds awesome. So, like I said, I've never read the manga. I don't know anything about it, but this premise sounds very cool. The manga is, I believe, the one of the most popular manga of all time. In the top 100, that says something. There's plenty of manga to go around, so being in the top 100 says something. And now it's going to get an anime. I'm looking forward to it. I hope that it's animated well. I have decided not to watch any trailers or anything. I just want to be surprised by it. But I do believe that this is going to be a very cool one. Whether it's going to have the top spot in this in the upcoming anime season, like I said, I doubt it. It's most likely going to be this one, but it's probably going to be really freaking good, taking into consideration that the manga is so good, apparently. Then we have one that I'm looking forward to quite a lot. It's called Soso no Frieren. I am reading the manga. I own all of the available physical volumes, so I hope that says something about how much I like it. And Soso no Frieren is about this girl right here, or actually an adult woman. She's aged over 1,000, and she is she's like, how should I put it? She's like an elf, sort of, and she as you can imagine, in many folklore, elves lives to be they live a long time, right? Same for her. She's already 1,000 years old, or even over 1,000 years old, and this story is about coming to grips with the fact that Frieren is able to live for so long, but the people around her, like humans and dwarves and whatnot, they can't live that long. So she has to come to terms with the fact that while she is around, everything around her changes very fast for her, because like for her, 80 years means nothing, right? If she's able to live over 1,000 years, what is 80 years to a person? But for a human, that's a whole life, right? So she used to be like an adventurer, and basically she now also has to come to terms with the fact that all of the people that she adventured with and slayed the Demon King with, they slowly but steadily are dying. And it's a very, on the one hand, there's cool action scenes and there is plenty of fun to be had in this manga, but on the other hand, it's also very emotional and dramatic, and I love it for that. It really portrays emotions and death in a very clear and a human way. It's very, very cool. I really enjoy Soso no Frieren, or at least I should say I really enjoy the manga. And if they are going to adapt the manga faithfully, every chapter and stuff, this is going to be awesome, because the pacing in Soso no Frieren is great. Something that I cannot say for Undead Unluck or Zom 100. So I am looking forward to this one a hell of a lot. It's going to be awesome. Now, then we actually have, and I kind of said that I wouldn't do it, but I'm going to do it anyway because I am very pumped for this one. Dr. Stone, New World Part 2. Now, I love Dr. Stone, okay? If you have never heard of Dr. Stone before, fair enough. Basically, we follow a guy called Senku. And Senku is, and the rest of the world, not just Senku, they're turned into stone, okay? They're turned into stone. Everyone on Earth. Eventually, Senku wakes up from his stone prison, and he turns back into a human. And now he wants to take back the Earth from nature and basically save everyone and bring back science, right? So go back to what it was, the way it was, right? And along the way, he, of course, as you can imagine, there's enemies that he needs to defeat, and he uses science to eventually get to the point where he needs to be. And in the manga, it's also explained very well, like how that's done. And Dr. Stone is so cool. And look, I'm not necessarily saying that you should watch Dr. Stone New World Part 2, especially if you haven't watched the rest. But do me a favor and watch Dr. Stone or read it. Like, the manga is completed, it's finished. So if you're more of a manga person, like, what are you doing? Go read Dr. Stone. It's so cool. It's so freaking cool. For real. I love this manga and I love this anime. Okay, then we have Hametsu no Oukoku. Basically, this seems to be about... You know what? I'm just going to read it for you guys. Witches once blessed the human race with wisdom and peace. But the Radia Empire's gear expansion brought about a culture of science that far surpassed magic, and witches were viewed as enemies impeding the progress of civilization. Thus began the witch hunts. One human named Adonis, who was raised by a witch named Chloe, swears revenge against the human race that took his beloved mentor from him. What salvation can be found at the end of a bloodbath, fueled by utter despair? Apparently it's based on the manga. I have not read the manga. I know nothing about this. But the premise sounds very cool. Again, I have not watched any trailers. I don't like watching trailers simply because I want to be surprised by the thing that I'm going to watch. But this premise sounds very cool to me. Could you do me a favor? If you have in fact read the manga, I'm not sure if it's still releasing, but if you have read the manga, could you do me a favor and tell me if it's any good? I'm very curious to hear your opinion on this. Like all of the other ones that I mentioned, I'm quite certain that they're going to be good, but I'm kind of doubting with this one. Like, the premise sounds awesome, but this can go into a very different, like this can go into like a power trip kind of thing. I'm not really into that. So if you have read this, do me a favor, leave it in the comment section. Is this any good? Then we have Shy. Now, I decided to recommend this one last, because I know this is not going to be for everyone. This is something for me, though. I know this is going to be something for me. First and foremost, this is an all-female cast. I love that. Second, there is Yuri in this. If you don't know what that is, look that up. In a safe browser, I should say. But I like that too. It's awesome. So, this is like a perfect combination of what I tend to like. I have not read the manga. I don't know anything about the manga, but the premise and the fact that it has all of these tags that seem very interesting to me make this one that I am highly looking forward to. Not as much as, for example, Dr. Stone or Soso no Frieren. No, but this is one that I'll definitely watch. And I hope that I like it so much that eventually I also decide to pick up the manga. But this is definitely something that I'm looking forward to. There's not much to say, because like I said, it's about superheroes, but then all-female cast and stuff. And Yuri seems perfect to me, okay? I know a lot of people that sounds horrible. Fair enough, but this is something that I tend to like a lot. Okay, then I'm going to quickly name drop a couple of Season 2s and Season 3s, simply because I know people want to know, but I'm not going to really... shine a lot of light on them. I hope that's okay. Like I just said, Tokyo Revengers is getting a 3rd season. A lot of people seem to like Tokyo Revengers. I have watched the 1st and 2nd episode, I believe. I actually thought it was okay. I didn't like it immediately, but I thought it was okay. But I don't even remember why I didn't decide to just continue watching it. I think I just was very busy at the time. But I am planning on watching Tokyo Revengers because now that there's also a 3rd season, that means there's plenty of content, and it also means that it's popular enough to be good, if you know what I mean. So I am planning on watching Tokyo Revengers, but not Season 3. Then, why didn't I put that here? Oh, that's stupid. Okay. Kusuriya no Hitorigoto. This is one that I'm also looking forward to a lot. This actually should have been in the other pile, but okay. This is about a girl who is taken as a slave to the Emperor's palace. She now has to work for the Emperor, and she knows a lot about poison and about medicine, and she's going to become a very important person in the royal court because of her knowledge. There's more to it. There's also romance and intrigue and all that kind of stuff, but that's the basic premise of this story. And the manga has beautiful art, gorgeous. I'm not sure if they're going to be able to translate that into the anime. I sincerely hope that they will, but I don't know. But the manga has gorgeous art. So whether you're going to watch the anime or read the manga, do me a favor and actually just pick this one up. This is good. This is very, very good. Okay, then we have Tate no Yusha no Nariyagari, Season 3, or Shield Hero, Season 3. I'm not into Shield Hero. I don't hate it, but I don't really like it either, so I'm not going to watch this. But I know a lot of people are looking forward to this one quite a lot, so enjoy. I'm not going to watch it though. Spy Family Season 2, I will be watching this one. I like Spy Family. I am mainly reading the manga, I'm mainly into the manga, but if I have the time, and I most likely will, I will pick up Season 2 as well. Spy Family is great. Such a fun, cute story. It's worth it. If you haven't watched or read Spy Family, you're really doing yourself a disservice. It is worth it. Really, I sincerely mean that. Goblin Slayer, second season of Goblin Slayer. I'm always a little bit on the fence when it comes to Goblin Slayer. I'm not into light novels, so I never read the source material. I just don't like light novels. I don't like reading to begin with. Call me stupid, but I just don't like it. The manga is really cool. It's very graphic, the manga, very, very graphic. So anyone under the age of 18, I sincerely advise you to ask your parents' permission to read this manga, because like I said, it's very graphic, and the themes that are explored in the Goblin Slayer manga are also very, very graphic and very impactful on a young mind. The anime, of course, to avoid certain ratings so that it cannot be shown on like live TV, skirts around certain topics, but the manga is incredibly graphic. Goblin Slayer is cool, but to call it amazing would not be okay. It's good, but it's not amazing. I will watch season 2, but I'm mainly into the manga. I prefer the manga over the anime. The anime suffers from a lot of, like I said, they're skirting the line between it's okay, it's barely okay to show on TV. And I prefer the uncensored version. Like, as an adult, I feel like I should be able to just see the uncensored version, if you understand what I mean. But is it good? Yeah, it's definitely worth a watch, or worth a read if you're over the age of 18. Shingeki no Kyojin, the final season. Second half, last part of the final season. People are going to really be looking forward to this. I'm going to say something that I'm kind of ashamed of. I have never read the manga. I have never watched the anime. Will I eventually? Yes, of course I will. Come on. Like, there's a reason why this is popular. I really feel like I should pick this one up. But for some reason, and I can honest to God not tell you why, I really don't know, but I just haven't picked it up. I will though. That's a promise I'm going to make on my YouTube video right here. I will eventually watch the anime or read the manga. That's a promise. Kage no Jitsuryokusha ni Naritakute, second season. A lot of people say this is good. I know nothing of this, so I'm not going to even talk about it, but I know a lot of people are looking forward to this one. And then one that I am looking forward to, Mahotsukai no Yome, Season 2, Part 2. This is about a girl called Chise, and apparently she is quite special. She possesses a special type of magic that no one else, or barely anyone else, possesses. And she's eventually bought, so basically as a slave bear almost, by this guy, alias Ainsworth. He's a magician. And he is going to basically make her be his apprentice. And the story is very cool because it's set in a fantasy world that's actually done very well. But if you haven't watched the first season or read the manga, there's no point in watching the second season, of course. But it's very good. The manga is also gorgeous. Like, the art style is gorgeous. Absolutely gorgeous. Okay, so this was a long list. We have been going for almost 19 minutes now. And I do feel like this video should not be any longer. I think we covered most of it. So this is fall 2023 anime season. I'm looking forward to a lot of them. Like I said, Pluto, for example, Undead Unluck, Soso no Frieren, Shy. I know a lot of people won't like this one, but I am looking forward to that one. And if I would have to pick one from the season 2 or 3s, I'm also looking forward a lot to Spy Family and Goblin Slayer. So yeah, make sure to tell me and the rest of the Razovy community in the comment section, what are you looking forward to? What anime are you looking forward to the most? And could you do me a favor and give me like a small list of the anime that you're going to watch? I'm just curious, you know, it's fun to have these little interactions in the comment section. Anyway, ladies and gentlemen, I was Razovy. You were you. And I will see you guys later. Goodbye.